Thank you and good morning. Please know that I was delighted to have been invited to participate in this milestone event, and that I regret appearing on video and not in person. But as those of you who know Ariane Weldon probably suspect, I would have regretted even more not doing the video. On a personal note, missing this event means missing an opportunity to spend time and to continue to learn from two good friends who are mentors and personal heroes, Dan Peterson and Coma Yates. Now, on behalf of the Campaign for Grade Level Reading, let me take this opportunity to say thank you to First Lady Sandra Deal for the important leadership she provides on the set of issues related to early literacy. You know, at the campaign, we brag a bit about visiting over 100 communities and 174 events. And then we come to the First Lady. She has visited over 400 schools in 181 school districts. No one can match that. Thank you also to Representative Randy Nix for his continuing support and attention to these issues. I had the opportunity to meet Representative Nix a few months ago, and as importantly, to hear him as he spoke to his colleagues about this work. And no doubt influenced by our favorite epidemiologist, Representative Nix urged his colleagues to understand that what we face is an epidemic, and it's important that we get ahead of it and not let it stay ahead of us. And thank you to the talented Carmen Didi for lifting up and inspiring the child in each of us. All of us need a place to go on that terrible, terrible day, and each of us need to learn the things that no one else will teach us. Also, on behalf of the Campaign for Grade Level Reading, I want to acknowledge, to affirm, and to applaud the work and progress of the Get Georgia Reading campaign. This remarkable effort reflects the boundless energy of our favorite epidemiologist, Ariane Weldon, and her hero and chief co-conspirator, Brenda Fitzgerald. And as both Ariane and Brenda always are the first to say, the story of Get Georgia Reading is a story of leadership, starting in the governor's office and home, a story of collaboration between and among agencies and governments, a story of collaboration across sectors, and a story of collaboration unconstrained by the traditional disciplines and boundaries and borders. The Get Georgia Reading Cabinet is as impressive a leadership group as any we can find any place in the nation. And as we have seen that cabinet form, mature, and evolve, we see concrete evidence of the 6 success factors that characterize the strongest efforts across the country. First, Get Georgia Reading's collaborative approach is fueled by a shared commitment to change the trajectory, turn the curve, and turn the corner. The 4 pillars were co-designed, jointly developed, and have been unanimously endorsed. Second, the Get Georgia Reading Cabinet is strengthening that shared commitment with a sense of joint accountability. That stake in the ground around 3rd grade reading is owned by all, and no one is pointing fingers. Third, the Get Georgia Reading Cabinet has embraced the challenge of moving the needle for the hard to find, hard to reach, and most vulnerable children. The language nutrition approach is perfectly suited to finding the most at risk children and families. Fourth, the Get Georgia Reading Cabinet has acted to find, to collect, to analyze, and to mine data. And most importantly, the Cabinet has prompted the sharing of data. This embrace of data-based decision-making allows the initiative to set targets and baselines and to track progress. It allows smarter matching and targeting of interventions and supports, and it is the basis of a strong system of results-based accountability. Fifth, the work of the Cabinet has had the effect of tilting how resources are allocated, moving support, attention, and yes, dollars toward what works and what promises to work even better. Six, the leadership of the Governor and First Lady and the work of the Cabinet have not gone unnoticed by the outstanding leaders of Georgia's philanthropic community. And what we are seeing here in Georgia is a phenomenon we are seeing in the strongest states, the strongest regions, and the strongest communities in the nation. Philanthropy is stepping up and into the stewardship role that will ensure that this work continues and evolves and gets even stronger instead of falling off the cliff as the inevitable transitions occur. Here in Georgia, the Belk and Zeiss Foundations, the United Way, the Robert Woodruff and Joseph Whitehead Foundations, the Annie E. Casey Foundation are investing leadership dollars and voice to ensure that this work is a living legacy and not a casualty of transition. This two-day gathering represents a commitment by so many people in Georgia to the intergenerational compact we should have with our children. We take care of them so that they will take care of us. You know, they ought to expect us to leave them a planet with clean air to breathe, clean water to drink, arable land to farm and grow food, that we ought to leave them a nation that is secure, safe, respected, and at peace. We ought to leave them a country with an infrastructure that's being fixed and supported rather than imploding and exploding. We ought to leave them land where opportunity really is the birthright of every child. You know, and they ought to believe that. But the first thing we've got to do, if any of that is to happen, is to teach them to read. And that is what this enterprise is about. And I really want to congratulate you for having embarked on it and to wish you well. Thank you so much.